Let's talk about the universal beauty standards, okay? Because like I mentioned in my previous video, this generation is a generation where a lot of ladies are getting surgery, going underneath a knife, like going through so much pain just to fit into the universal beauty standards, or just for people to compliment us and say, oh my god, your body is banging, you look good, what are you doing, this and that. Like, let's face it, as women, even myself, like, we love attention, we love compliments, we want to look good, we want to look beautiful. If there's a way that we could just roll out of bed looking like the girl in the magazine, we would all love that, right? But unfortunately, that is not the realities of life. So today I'm going to talk about the universal beauty standards, because a lot of you have got it all wrong. I did talk about this on TikTok, and I uploaded like a little snippet on this YouTube channel, but I'm going to go into details with it here in this video. If the shades are changing in this video, is due to the weather, the lights and everything. Like, today was just one of those days where I just want to keep it going and just upload this video and get it out of the way ASAP. So anyway, one of the universal beauty standards is hair. Obviously, I'm going to mention this first because I've been doing a lot of hair videos back to back for quite some time now. And there is a video that I've done where I talked about how hair is part of beauty. And for those of you who are always like, oh, it's just hair, like, oh, it's just hair. No, it's not just hair, because some of you spend about 300 to 400, 500 pounds buying somebody else's hair. So it's not just hair. Hair is part of beauty. Long hair, short hair is part of the universal beauty standards. But bald hair, a woman who's got bald hair, unfortunately, will not be considered as a universal beauty standard, okay? Long hair, obviously, long hair is always on that list. Short hair, it depends on your face, on your facial structure, okay? So why is hair part of the universal beauty standards? Is because when you have healthy hair, when you have hair that blows in the wind, bear in mind, this is not my philosophy or whatever. This is just how the world sees things and how the world view things. So this is not me telling you this is how I see it. This is how 90% of the world sees it, okay? So long hair that blows in the wind, hair that looks healthy, okay? It doesn't have to be Indian hair, Brazilian hair, no, it just needs to look healthy, okay? I have my natural hair out and I still get people who compliment me. I still get people who look at my hair, and I still get attention with my kinky hair out. So it's not a case of kinky or slick bone. No, it just has to look healthy. It has to look moisturized. It can't look like it's dead. Okay, and when kinky hair looks like it's dead, it looks unhealthy, even though it could be healthy, but you're probably just using the wrong moisturizer, okay? But with hair, women who have either long or short hair that looks very healthy, when it's healthy, the color of the hair stands out. That's the thing about it. It stands out, and it really reflects on your skin tone, on your body, and it reflects on your facial structure and your makeup, okay? Especially the color of your hair. So with the universal beauty standards, black, jet black, dark brown obviously would be considered. Blonde, brunette would be considered. Pink, green, not really. Ombre, I think ombre can be really nice if it's done right, with the right colors on the right complexion, okay? Because I've seen some some pale white girls who've dyed their hair red, and it's just off, like off. It just doesn't go, okay? So that's why healthy hair, it sends a subconscious level that this is a person that looks after themselves. That's what it does. It doesn't signify wealth. It doesn't signify richness. It just signifies someone who looks after themselves. That's what hair does. It lets a man know that this is a woman who is in her feminine self. Because let's face it, a woman who is not in tune with her feminine self, a woman who's really in her masculine, wouldn't really put much effort into looking after her hair. She'd rather just put a wig and just keep it going day to day, back to back, right? But women who put time into their own hair, they put effort into their own hair, it's a sign of maintenance. It's a sign of a woman who looks after herself. It's a sign of a woman who keeps up with herself. Okay, so that's it on here. The next one is your skin. So obviously I'm looking at the notes that I took down so I don't forget. So skin, healthy skin signifies it signifies health, and it signifies wealth. Okay, so what does healthy skin look like? A healthy skin is a skin that does not have a lot of blemish. Okay, so stretch marks doesn't really fall into this category. You can have stretch marks and still have good skin. Okay, it doesn't fall into the category. If anything, like, I see stretch marks as a design on the body. Honestly, like, I don't know how people find it disgusting. I see it as a design on the body, and there's a lot of men that actually like that, and they don't really mind the stretch mark because it's norm. Okay, guys who a guy that goes to the gym, when he lifts a lot of weight and he's, you know, getting bigger and gaining more muscle, he's going to get stretch marks too. Okay, it's not just women that get stretch marks, men get stretch marks. All right, it's high time we look at it in a different way. But that is not, like, stretch marks, like, people are not focused on that on your body. I promise you, they're not focused on it. Healthy skin is a skin that does not have a lot of blemish. Okay, that excludes stretch mark. It's a skin that does not have acne. It's a skin that is not consumed with a lot of dark pigmentation. Now, I know there's a lot of people on this earth who are suffering from acne, suffering from dark pigmentation. And I'm gonna tell you something, it has something to do with what you're putting in your mouth. That's it. I've had dark pigmentation before. I've had my face full of pimples and acne and all this. It comes down to the food you're eating. You can use 50 products all you want. Okay, and I've seen people who said, oh, I've got a skincare routine and I use 12 products and the 12 products work on my skin. There comes a time where you won't be able to keep up with those 12 products. It's got something to do with what you're eating. So you need to monitor that. That is why when people see someone with nice, beautiful, glowy skin, it signifies wealth. Because someone who's got beautiful skin is somebody who is really investing in themselves, is someone who's buying quality moisturizer. There's nobody who's just born with good skin. We were all born with flawless skin when our parents gave birth to us. There's not one baby I know that was born with acne on their face, or born with a pimple on their face, or born with blemishes on their face. Do you understand? So when you get older and you get to your 30s and you don't have blemish on your skin, you don't have acne on your skin, obviously there are times where you are going to get like 3 pimples on your face due to stress, not washing your makeup brushes, not changing your pillowcase, stuff like that. But that's normal. Do you know what I mean? But when it's a case where the whole face is full of acne, people don't look at that as a healthy person. People are quite judgmental. They'll think that, oh, you don't look after yourself, or your house is not neat, or maybe your bedroom stinks or stuffy or whatever. But the thing is, with healthy skin, you just have to watch what you're eating, what you're drinking, what you're eating. Monitor it. Just monitor it. I remember when I went to a restaurant with one of my colleagues, and the waiter was a man, and he had a lot of acne on his face. Those acne were so painful. They were so red. They were so big. I was even scared for the guy. Like, me and my colleagues didn't want the guy to serve us because it was just too painful. And I know it sounds judgmental, but it's just the reality of life. Okay, and this is why you really have to look after your skin. It's so important. It is part of the universal beauty standards, is good, glowy, healthy looking skin. And like I said, it comes down to what you're eating. The next one would be your nails. Okay, girls who have long acrylics, design nails, like, you know, girls are getting longer and longer with these nails, and obviously men are not stupid. They know that those nails are not yours. That does not signify health or wealth. That comes across to me when a girl does her nails so long and they're very pointy and they're very sharp. It comes across as toxic. Okay, from girl to girl, when a girl looks at another girl's nails and they're designed and they look nice, we look at that as, oh, that's a really nice design. Like, oh my God, look at the details on each nail and the shape and how it blends in with the nail bed, right? We look at it as, oh, this is a design. But men don't look at it like that. They look at it as toxic. And usually girls with those type of nails, they do not attract rich men, they do not attract wealthy men, they do not attract healthy men. They tend to attract broke men. Okay, they tend to attract men of low maintenance. Now you might wonder, how is that even possible? Because getting nails like that costs even more than girls who have natural nails or girls who just do them really short. It's because it comes across as fake. Okay, and when you're so used to having so many fake things, you attract fake people. And healthy and wealthy people are not, like, they're not under that category of fakeness, right? Does that make sense? So usually your nail, like, I don't even know if you can see mine. I used to do those big, long, I mean, there's a season where every girl does that, you know, in your teenage years, when you're exploring, you just want to have fun. You're not thinking about a relationship. You're not thinking about fitting into society norms. You're just doing what's trending, right? But as you get older, when you leave your 20s and you're about to hit your 30s, that's something that you're going to have to leave behind and learn to, you know, do those nails according to your nail bed, or just a little bit longer, but not too long. Okay, you will never see, if you see any woman in high position in life, I promise you they don't have those type of nails. If you see the president's wife, if you see the government's wife, if you look at you know, wealthy men and their wives, they don't have those type of nails. Okay, but if you look at a rapper's wife would have those nails. A sportsman wife would have those nails. An entertainment, a man who's in the movie industry, he may have a wife who have those type of nails. Okay, are we saying that those men are broke? They're not broke, but they don't really have much wealth. Okay, so that's the thing. So be careful about that. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you how society sees it, and I'm just telling you how the opposite sex sees it as well. Because the way we see things as women is not how men see it. Like I said before, when I see someone with long nails and design, I look at that like, oh, that design is really nice on your nail. But to a man, he doesn't see it like that. He doesn't see it as a design. Okay, like makeup. There was a girl who, on her wedding day, obviously, you know, makeup on your wedding day is going to be different to the everyday makeup look, right? And on her wedding day, she had about 4 or 5 layers of different eyeshadows going on. And to be honest with you, it was a lot. Okay, now the 4 or 5 different eyeshadows she had on wasn't the problem, but the outfit she wore on the wedding day, the colors were bright. They were already bright, like it was already speaking for itself. So really, she should have kind of toned it down with the eyeshadow so it can just look flawless altogether. But they went overboard with the eyeshadow. And so some of the guys were like, when they see a girl who has so many eyeshadow, like different colors of eyeshadow going on in the eye, they just look at that like some kind of clown painting, right? Whereas us girls will look at that and be like, oh, that color really blended in with that color. Like, who's your makeup artist? How do they blend in that glitter? And how do they contour your eyes? Guys don't know anything about contouring the eyes and blending the eyeshadow. They just see that as you got 5, 6 different colors going on in your eye, and you looking like a clown. Okay. Hence why wealthy men who've got wives, they don't do that. They just don't do that, because the way they see things is so different. All right, so the next one for universal beauty standards would be your body shape. So this one, I find that this one really pisses me off, right? So you guys know I'm not that skinny, but you know, we're on the road getting to there, right? But the reason why body shape really pisses me off is when people see a skinny person, people automatically assume that a skinny person is healthy. And when people see a fat person, people automatically assume that this person is not healthy. But on a subconscious level, that's coming from a place of fitness and not in terms of your actual health, like your heart, your digestive system, your lungs and all that kind of stuff, right? So when people see a fat person, people automatically know that, okay, a fat person can't run for that long, a fat person might not go hiking for that long, but a skinny person would, right? But anyone who is intelligent and smart would know that if you sit beside a skinny person long enough, you would know that sometimes a skinny person could even eat worse than a fat person, because sometimes a fat person's issue is they could be eating right, but they're just eating too much of the right things. It's just too much portion. Whereas a skinny person, they could take small portions, but it's small portions of the bad thing. And just because she's skinny doesn't mean that she doesn't have heart palpitation, or she doesn't have digestive issues, or she doesn't have some heart problem, right? So that's why when you go to the hospital, you don't just see fat people there, you see skinny and fat people there. But unfortunately, as a society, a slim person whose body is well proportioned would always fit into that beauty standards, right? So a well proportioned body is a ratio from your shoulders to your hips to your waist. Now, the funny part is the universal beauty standards when it comes to body shape is different in different cultures. So in the Black culture, in African culture, the universal beauty standards for a body would be a girl who's curvy. They don't really rate slim girls in African cultures. They don't really rate girls who are skinny. No, she needs to be curvy in order for her to be rated. Meaning she needs to have some breasts, she needs to have some bum, she needs to, and in African cultures, they don't care if your thigh or if you're a pear shape, that could still fit into the beauty standards. If you're in apple shape, that won't fit into the beauty standards. So what's an apple shape? A woman who has a big huge belly when she's not pregnant and a big huge breast, okay, and then she's slim on the lower part. That's an apple shape. That would not fit into the beauty standards at all. But a woman who's pear shaped, if the butt is nice, if the thigh and the butt, the ratio is okay, and she's slim on the upper part, she would fit into that, okay? But in the Caucasian culture, in the white culture, curvy is not really, curvy is not in that category. It's more like slim, and everything's got to be proportioned, and she's not meant to be that curvy. But now we're in a time where white girls, Caucasian girls are actually getting their body done, and they're getting the big butt and they're getting the big breast and everything. And the funny part is all these type of body types, the ones that are really, really curvy, as in exaggerated curvy, they normally do not fit into the universal beauty standards, okay? They don't, because in the Western part of the world, it is seen as unhealthy in terms of fitness. And it's true, if you're big on the lower part of the body, you might not be able to run as quick as someone who's not as big on the lower part of the body, right? So when it comes to body shape, in terms of universal beauty standards, it's all about fitness and the body being proportioned in the right way. And so a lot of girls have been under this pressure. I don't know who's putting pressure on girls these days to get these things done. I don't know whether social media is doing it, or maybe you're listening to men who don't know what to talk about, but to make more money from talking about women on YouTube. I just don't know who's putting the pressure on you, because regardless of what people think, you really should just embrace your body and just get into the gym, okay? Work on building up your fitness level and enjoy working out, enjoy being active. That's what we should be focused on, and not trying to fix things and putting ourselves through a lot of pain. Regardless of what society say about your body, if God has created you to be like a pear shape, just embrace it and just be fit. Hit the gym, okay? That's something that I had to start doing, was to hit the gym and learn to just keep going until you reach your fitness level. The next one is teeth. So this one, oh my days, guys, right? Being brought up in an African home, my parents were never committed to taking me to the dentist for the longest of time. And growing up, I only visited the dentist about 3 times in my life growing up, right? And not until 2 years ago when, I noticed that my teeth was getting extremely yellow and I didn't like how it was, and I just knew something was wrong. And so I just knew something was wrong, that I had to go see the dentist. And when I did, and the dentist was telling me all the issues I was having, I'm like, what? Because I go private now. I don't really trust NHS, unfortunately, but I go private now, and the cost of a private dentist is insane. But the thing about teeth is, teeth has a big influence on your smile. I didn't realize that in the past, the reason why I wasn't smiling a lot was because I was ashamed of my teeth. Okay. And some of us, you know, your teeth can be hidden when you're smiling naturally because you don't have like big teeth. And some people, their teeth is like sticking out, like you can literally see it if they smile or they don't smile. And teeth that looks white obviously would fit into the universal beauty standards, but the thing is, everybody knows what to do to get their teeth white, and you know, there's many stuff out there that can help you whiten your teeth. But it's not just white teeth that fits into the universal beauty standards, it's also the shape, whether it's in line. So people who have gap in their teeth, you probably wouldn't see them in the magazines and all of that, or maybe they have, I don't know, but that wouldn't fit into the universal beauty standards. Okay. People who have like, you know, some people, they have so many gaps going on, I don't know, maybe their teeth fell out or something like that. Some people don't have a front teeth, you know, it doesn't fit into the universal beauty standards. Okay, now I say this to say, right, we as human beings, we should not let society pressure us on things that are out of our control. Okay, you did not tell God, look, I want you to create me like this and make this, and no, you didn't tell God that. Okay, God said, you know what, your name is going to be Amber, and I'm gonna create you like this. Okay, because in God's eye, you're beautiful like that. You're perfect like that. Because in the Bible, he said, and God created us and everything was good. It was good. The only reason you're seeing it as bad is because now society have told us, or society have, you know, showed us by their action, by their words, that they don't like this. But at the end of the day, are you going to marry society? No, you're not going to marry society. Are you going to live with the society? No, you're not. So at the end of the day, you have to accept the way you are. The one thing you have to do is to maintain what God has given to you, which is something I mentioned in my previous video. Maintain what God has given to you. Clean it, wash it. Go for checkups, maintain it with the things that God has given to us naturally, the plant-based foods that God has given to us, the you know, the moisturizers, the washing water, drinking water, all these things. Do this to maintain yourself. You cannot continue to let society put you under this pressure. Let men tell you this is what I like. It doesn't matter what he likes. Okay, if he's coming to you and he's approaching you, it's because he likes the way you look, period. Okay, some dudes will be on the microphone and they'll tell you they like one thing and they're chasing after another thing. And then when you ask them, oh, but I thought you like this, they'll say, oh, but it doesn't matter. It's just the personality. It's just this and it's just that. Listen, human beings will consistently change their mind about things. Okay, so this is why you cannot follow the trend. Trend will forever change. Right now, we are in the trend of BBW. We're in the trend of being extra curvy. I promise you, in 5 to 10 years time, we are probably going to go back to the trend of being skinny and having a long torso and having jeans sit right underneath the belly. Okay, because that's just trend for you. Nothing stays the same. Everything is changing. Okay, everything is changing. So please do not put yourself under unnecessary pressure. Nobody's pressuring you to change your body. If you're with a dude that tells you, oh, I like a girl who likes a big bum, and you don't like a big bum, tell him to go to the girl who's got the big bum. What is he doing with you? What is he doing with you? Dudes will always get with a dude, with a girl that they find physically attractive. So if you have big, huge, enormous breast, there is a man for you. If you have big, huge butt, there is a man for you. If you are fat, there is a man for you. There are girls who are on this My 600 Pound Life TV show, right? They've got husbands. they don't fit into the universal beauty standards. They got husbands. And I know some of you would say, oh, but Dami, I'm not getting my breasts and my bum done for men. That's a big lie. Because once these things are done, what do? You start taking pictures half naked. Obviously, you get more male attention. Then you get people talking about you in the comment section, which is more attention, which is what you love. All right. But the bit that you're not prepared for is for men to see you as a sexual object. That's the bit you're not prepared for. That's the bit they don't tell you when you're curvy. And that's the bit I'm going to talk about in another video. Okay. So if you are watching this video, because I've noticed that there's so many lurkers on this channel that have not subscribed. Okay. Why do you want to be a lurker? Hit the subscribe button. It's not going to cost you anything and it's not going to hurt your fingers. Okay, just hit it. That's all you have to do. Hit it. All right, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay blessed and stay beautiful. And remember, the way God has created you is enough. You are enough. You just need to improve. That's all. All right.